Shop Macy's President's Day deals now while supplies last, like our Radley Shea Sectional, $24.99, and the Parker Dining Set, $14.99. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying mattress purchase, now at Macy's.
I can't take my eyes off my eyes.
My go-to is Lumify eye drops.
Lumify dramatically reduces redness.
In 1 minute.
And look at the difference.
My eyes look brighter and whiter.
For up to 8 hours.
It was love at first sight.
With Lumify. See for yourself.
Monday on ET, in Dolly We Trust.
Just a working gal that just came from nowhere and really made dreams come true.
An entire episode of ET devoted to all things Dolly Parton.
Not a thing wrong with that.
Oh, we love us some Dolly. Okay, we leave you now with Ice-T getting his flowers with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Congratulations.
Yes, indeed. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Colors, 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 colors.
The theory of being on the Walk of Fame is unimaginable.
Happening now. Filing deadline for the May 6th election here in San Antonio closes today. So we're going to know by 5 o'clock who's running and for which seats. Which races are attracting the most challengers.
Feeling the chill again tonight and even tomorrow. We'll talk about how cold and where and when 80 degrees returns. We'll see you in a bit.
And it's a modern twist on romance scams, how a local woman got cheated out of thousands of dollars using a dating app and cryptocurrency. The news at 5 starts right now. And first at 5, check your refrigerator. We have a recall to warn you about this evening. Starbucks is recalling 25,000 cases of its vanilla Frappuccino drinks. That's because they could have pieces of glass in them. So PepsiCo says those cases were shipped nationwide to various retailers. By the way, they weren't sold at Starbucks cafes. The affected batches have expiration dates of March 8th, May 29th, June 4th, and June 10th. So if you have any of these, just throw them out. You can also call Consumer Relations at 1-800-211-8307 for any comments or questions that you could have. Multiple families are looking for a place to stay tonight after a fire on the city's northwest side. A San Antonio Fire was worried that the fire would spread to nearby buildings, so it upgraded its response with at least a dozen fire trucks responding. Our Camelia Juarez is there live now with the very latest. So Camelia, anyone hurt out there?
Stephanie, Myra, fortunately, no. San Antonio Fire says that everyone was able to make it out safely, but the fire trucks, the last 2 fire trucks are wrapping up. As you can see, there's just a little bit of damage on this side. But let me show you how the fire looked earlier today. Just after 1:30, San Antonio fire crews arrived here at the Oak Creek Apartments in the 6100 block of Vance Jackson. When fire crews arrived, they were worried the fire would spread, so it upgraded its response, calling for more crews to help with the fire. Firefighters were able to put out the fire quickly, but several units were damaged by water and smoke. San Antonio Fire spokesperson Joe Arrington says at least 8 units are impacted and 7 families are looking for a place to stay.
We're working with apartment management to try to get folks relocated here locally. There are a few that won't be able to. They don't have enough units, so we're working with the Red Cross to get them shelter while the apartment management company finds them somewhere else to go. So everyone will be taken care of and find shelter this evening.
Now, the cause of the fire remains under investigation, and coming up at 6, we spoke with a man who woke up to smoke filling his apartment. Reporting live on the northwest side, Camelia Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
Camelia, thank you. Switching gears now, the ballot is set. Anybody who wanted to run for San Antonio City Council had until today to throw their hat in the ring for the May 6th election. Our Garrett Berger is at City Hall, where he's been waiting to see the final list of candidates. So here's the question, Garrett. Is anybody coming in the last minute? Any surprises?
Well, we did see the very last candidate lift his hand and swear and get sworn in just about 6 minutes ago, and he walked out right just before we hit. The City Hall's front doors are closed now, but we've got the final list of candidates, and we do know that none of the 11 races are going to be unopposed. Now, the most crowded races are for the mayor's seat and Districts 1 and 2. Each of those have at least 9 candidates. Now, the mayor's race is always a full field, while Mario Bravo in District 1 and Jalen McKee Rodriguez in D2 are both finishing up just their first term. Meanwhile, over in District 7 and District 10, those are wide open after Anna Sandoval resigned last month and Clayton Perry announced that he will not be seeking a final term. And those seats have each attracted 5 and 7 candidates each.
It just seemed like the right time, and especially with her resigning, it just brings in some new light.
Now, but the District 2 race has the most challengers of any race. Now, that is a tumultuous district, having elected 4 different council members in the previous 4 regular elections. Challengers this time around include at least one neighborhood group president, a former mayoral candidate, and the former head of the Baptist Ministers Union. Now, it won't just be the candidates on the ballot that people are coming to vote for. Just yesterday, City Council put Proposition A, which you may know better as the so-called San Antonio Justice Charter, onto the ballot. That controversial ballot initiative includes calls for decriminalizing marijuana and abortion and seems likely to help drive out larger crowds of voter turnout. Live at City Hall, I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
All right, thank you, Garrett. 2 people taken into custody and a dog tased after a car chase with San Antonio police officers. This happened around 5 this morning on Elmira Street downtown. According to SAPD, that's where the suspects ditched a stolen car and then ran off. Now, they were arrested not long after. But while a canine was searching for evidence, police say a neighborhood dog went after that canine. So an officer tased the dog. SAPD told us that both dogs are okay. Now we know who died in a nasty crash yesterday near I-10 and Medical Drive. He's 20-year-old Arik Arias. San Antonio police think that he was speeding when he hit a rock and crashed into a stone fence, and he died at the scene. Let's take a look at TransGuide out here. This camera from the view of Highway 90 westbound at Zarzamora. It's the lanes coming towards us where you can see there's an obvious problem here. There's a car there across a couple of lanes, several different first responders with flashing lights. The entire highway in this direction is shut down, all traffic being diverted onto the access road. We don't have any information as to why this is happening. We're going to try to find out, but certainly something you don't want to see anytime, but especially at 5 o'clock on a Friday. So Highway 90 at Zarzamora, that's the camera view, and the highway completely shut down in one direction.
Sunny outside, but very chilly. Only made it into the mid-50s around town this afternoon. You look off to the west where we typically have warmer temperatures. Del Rio 58, Eagle Pass 56, Lakey at 53 degrees. Mico right now 54 for the most part. Low to mid-50s. Seguin checking in at 53. And as we go through the evening, temperatures falling off pretty quickly. We'll be down to 46 at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock. 42 degrees, and then we're dipping down into the 30s. Luckily, the wind is subsiding. It was a little breezy out there today, but it's going to become calm around and shortly after sunset. And just get ready for a chilly start to the day tomorrow. If you're venturing out tonight or tomorrow morning, have a jacket ready. Talk about how cold and where, along with when the spring-like conditions return in just a bit.
Adam, thank you. Not guilty. That is the plea of 5 former Memphis police officers charged in the death of Tyre Nichols. It's been more than a month since he was brutally beaten during a routine traffic stop. And his death, of course, sparked protests in Memphis and nationwide, once again calling for police reform. ABC's Dave Packer with Nichols' parents' reaction to today's hearing.
The 5 former Memphis police officers charged in the violent arrest and death of Tyre Nichols appeared in court this morning along with their attorneys. To Darius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Justin Smith, Emmett Martin III, and Desmond Mills Jr. are each facing several charges, including second-degree murder, aggravated assault, and official oppression. The defendants did not speak during the court hearing, their attorneys entering not guilty pleas on their behalf.
Wait formal reading of the indictment, enter a not guilty plea.
The judge asking for patience and civility as the case progresses.
As everyone involved wants this case to be concluded as quickly as possible, the state of Tennessee, as well as each one of these defendants, have an absolute right to a fair trial.
All 5 of the officers were fired following an internal Memphis Police Department investigation into the January 7th incident. Nichols died several days after this violent traffic stop captured in surveillance and body camera footage, which shows officers striking him repeatedly. Nichols' mother and stepfather were in the courtroom His mother later said she was upset that none of the officers could look her in the face.
I want each and every one of those police officers to be able to look me in the face. They're going to see me at every court date, everyone.
Exactly.
And until we get justice for my son.
I had to be here today to make sure that justice gets done for our son. This is a glorious day. This is the beginning of the process.
All 5 of the officers, who are also facing a federal civil rights investigation, remain out on bond. Their next court appearance is set for May 1st. Dave Packer, ABC News, New York.
Believe it or not, it's almost been a year since Russia began its invasion of Ukraine. And as we mark that milestone, a bipartisan group of 5 lawmakers sent a letter to President Joe Biden asking him to send fighter jets to Ukraine. Officials from Ukraine saying that they expect Russian combat operations to ramp up. So far, President Biden has ruled out giving Kyiv combat aircraft. The president is planning to visit Poland on Monday, and the White House says the president wants to send a message that allies will continue to stand by Ukraine.
A warning now for anyone using a dating app. Romance scammers are still going strong, trying to steal hearts and money. But there's a new twist now. Some are using cryptocurrency. One local kindergarten teacher tells our Marilyn Moritz how she was tricked out of thousands of dollars.
It says his name is Robert.
Beth Hutchinson met her match on the Bumble dating app. After weeks of messaging and heart emojis, Robert offered to teach her to invest.
And so you showed me how to, take money from my account, turn it into Bitcoin, and then be able to start using it to trade and whatnot on the New York Stock Exchange.
Within weeks, she'd turned $6,500 into Bitcoin and invested it on a website Robert said was the New York Stock Exchange. It looked promising.
Every time I did it, I was always gaining money up to a point where it was a couple hundred at a time. I thought I was putting my money in the New York Stock Exchange.
But the warning bell sounded when Hutchinson says Robert got aggressive and threatening, so she called the real stock exchange.
And they asked, can you give us the web page you're using? And so I gave them the web address, and they said, that's not one of ours. My heart just dropped into my stomach.
It's hardly the first time an online flirt was a fake. Just last year, the Federal Trade Commission says crypto romance scammers stole more than $139 million. It's a lucrative scam that preys on emotions.
There's just a genuine fear of missing out. We don't want to miss out on the next best investment opportunity.
As for Hutchinson, she's unlikely to get her $6,000 back. She wants to warn others about sweet talkers stealing hearts and money.
And everyone's like, well, I'd be smarter than that. And it's well, most people view me as a pretty intelligent person, but it still happened to me too.
Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Big things ahead for kids at one SAISD school. The campus is getting some upgrades, and the groundbreaking was today. Coming up, where this is happening and what this means for faculty and students.
Also, there's a new place to learn about Latin culture in Texas. It's free for families, and it's down at Market Square. We're going to tell you more about it after the break.
Tonight at 6, a local parent voicing her concerns after her son's blood was drawn while in school without her permission. She says this ordeal involved several students at MacArthur High School. RJ Marquez shares what she is now demanding from the district.
So they say that no store does more. And for one San Antonio man, HEB's slogan is definitely true. Jesse Degollado shares the story of how 2 web partners saved that man's life. Incredible story. It's tonight at 6 o'clock. It's really no secret that San Antonio has a large Hispanic population, but why is that? And just how heavy is the Latin presence overall in Texas? That's exactly what a new exhibit inside Market Square is teaching people. It's called Soy de Texas, and curator Rigoberto Luna, along with 40 Latin artists, are telling those stories. And by the way, the event is free.
In terms of displacement and gentrification, issues at the border, a lot of social political issues that are happening here in Texas. I hope that they get an idea of the experience that we actually are kind of living as Latinos living in Texas.
Okay, so you want to know the details, right? If you want to visit, the exhibit is going to be on display through Sunday, July 2nd. It's at the Centro de Artes Gallery in Market Square. And again, it's free and open to the public.
New at 5 at SAISD Middle School will soon be getting some big changes. Rogers Middle School on the southeast side is undergoing a renovation thanks to a 2020 bond project. And ground was broken for that project this morning. This will include a new competition gym, renovations to the secondary gym, and some fine arts updates. SAISD Superintendent Dr. Jaime Aquino today said thank you to voters who approved this bond.
I am eternally grateful for the San Antonio community, our voters that supported this. Our kids deserve what middle-class students get throughout our state, and we're going to be able to deliver for our Rogers community.
The $1.3 billion bond package includes more than 30 projects to renovate or improve campuses throughout SAISD. This project at Rogers Middle School is expected to be complete at the end of 2024. Let's take another look at that big traffic tie-up we were telling you about earlier. Again, this is the camera at Highway 90 at Zarzamora. The lanes affected, the lanes completely shut down right now, are the ones coming towards the camera. Those are the eastbound lanes. Now we're trying to find out exactly what's going on here. And right now that effort is still underway. But what we can tell you is just from this, obviously very grainy camera view, looks like there might be a spill of some kind, something out there on the roads that obviously first responders don't want any traffic to come into contact with. We're going to keep on top of it, try to get you details. But the point is, during the 5 o'clock commute, Highway 90 eastbound in the area of Zarzamora is completely shut down. And Adam, I was even asking you earlier, was there any rain in the area? Is that contributing to anything? And the answer was?
I wish. I wish there was some rain out there, not contributing to any accidents, but I wish we had some moisture. Unfortunately, we don't. There is a system we're watching for some rain chances as we get into next week. We'll talk about that in a moment. First of all, I want to talk about our morning temperature trend, and it's still on the cool side tomorrow. Lower 30s for morning low temperatures will be about 33 degrees around San Antonio. You get into outlying areas, especially off to the north, and a brief light freeze, dropping down to about 29, 30 degrees as you get into the hill country. But the warming trend begins on Sunday with morning readings back in the mid-40s, which is average for this time of year. Looking across the state right now, for the most part, we're around 50 degrees, give or take. The farther south you go of San Antonio, we're in the upper 50s. The farther north you go, we dip into the upper 40s. Abilene right now at 49, Midland at 48. Meanwhile, Laredo checking in at 58. 52 in Helotes and Bulverde. New Braunfels now at 55 degrees. So unseasonably cool. Tomorrow, 33 degrees at 6 and 7 a.m. Then we only warm to about 51 at noon. We'll have a mixture of sun and clouds, but I do think those clouds will be high in the sky and filtering out a lot of that sunshine. So you'll get a little bit of help from the sun, but it's not going to be like today where we just had baby blue skies. 58, the high temperature tomorrow. So a chilly start to your weekend. If you're venturing out tonight or even tomorrow, especially in the morning, have a jacket ready to go. Tomorrow afternoon, briefly hitting 60 down in Poteet, Floresville, 62 in Pleasanton. The rest of us, for the most part, upper 50s, even some mid 50s in the hill country. Bulverde 55, Comfort 57, and Kerrville 55 for the high tomorrow. Notice on Sunday, we're back into the 70s, 73 degrees for the high temperature, upper 70s Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, spring-like with those high temperatures back into the 80s. And actually, you will notice a bit of humidity in the air on Tuesday. You'll notice some mugginess return, dew points around 60 degrees. I wish I could tell you those dew points would come with a good chance of rain. Right now, it's not looking all that likely. And I want to take a look at our pattern. First of all, with our visible satellites showing us just a clear picture of the clouds that we have coming in from the southwest. These are coming in from the Pacific Ocean, and these are mainly high, thin clouds streaming overhead, which is good timing for sunset. I think this is going to be a pretty good sunset this evening at 6:25 p.m. When you get those high clouds just dispersed throughout the sky, you get that nice pink and orange and red color bouncing off the bottom of it. I think we'll get some of that tonight. Between about 6:15 and 6:40 p.m. I think will be the best viewing temperature, right near 50 at that time. Here's the bigger view, and see even thicker clouds down in the down in Mexico and parts of the Pacific that are being thrown our way. It's all in advance of this next system that we're watching. This flow coming off the Pacific, throwing some of that moisture our way, but it's just in the form of clouds right now. This system is going to continue to meander its way south and east, and over the weekend stay offshore, and then slowly work its way toward us as we get into Tuesday night and early Wednesday. It's one of those cutoff upper level lows, and it gives us that slight chance of rain. I mean, we're talking a 20% chance by Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning. That's it this weekend. A mixture of sun and clouds out there. And next week, just that one little shot at rain Tuesday night. Better chances north of San Antonio.
Thank you, Adam.
So we're going to give the Spurs a break, but
Yes.
we should talk about one Spur, Jeremy Sohan in Salt Lake City this weekend.
Yeah, he's 19 years old. He's in
Yes.
Salt Lake City for part of NBA All-Star Weekend. So he's getting to hang out with some of the best players in the league. Well, tonight he's going to take part in the Rising Stars contest. And in girls high school basketball, the Steel Lady Knights upset a top 5 team. Coming up. Spurs rookie forward Jeremy Sohan will play in the Jordan Rising Stars game tonight in Salt Lake City as part of NBA All-Star Weekend. Sohan becomes the 10th player in San Antonio franchise history to be selected to the Rising Stars since the event's inception in 1994. He's played in 48 games this season with 45 starts, and he's averaging 10 points and 4.9 rebounds per game. Fellow rookie Malachi Branham had a feeling Sohan would make the cut.
I told him at the beginning of the year that he was going to make it. So seeing that he was going to make it is definitely good. Like you said, his development, I feel like he's just improving every game. And that's all we can ask for.
Here's the Rising Stars game format for you. Team Powell will play Team Duran, and Team Joachim will face Team Jason. First team to 40 points will advance. The championship game will feature the winners of game 1 and 2. The first to 25 will be crowned as champions. Sohan is on Team Joachim. That's tonight at 8 in Salt Lake City. In girls high school basketball last night, Steele upset Austin High School in the Class 6A state playoffs 52-51 at Seguin High School. Austin is the second-ranked team in the state, while the Lady Knights are number 24 per the Texas Association of Basketball Coaches. Steele topped Brandeis in round 1, 57-46, and now they beat a very good Austin team in the 6A area round to advance.
It was pretty important. We definitely went in with the mentality of we're gonna win. We definitely got this, and we just stuck with the game plan and we came out on top.
They were the number 2 ranked team in the state, and we knew we came to play, so it was really rewarding. My team and we worked really hard for this, and it was a great win.
I think it was a good win. I think we really deserved it. We played them earlier in the season and we lost, but I think back then we weren't as ready and we weren't as much as a team as we are now.
Definitely, anytime you get a playoff win of any caliber is definitely a great thing, and it's very tough, especially in the state of Texas playing at the 6A level. But the Austin High team, they've been ranked number 2, 30-win team. A lot of Division I players. They're a really, really good team, and it was definitely a tough battle. But I was really proud of our girls and coming away with it, and it definitely was a big win for us in our program.
Steele will face the winner of Vista Ridge Johnson High School in round 3, and those two teams play tonight.
Good stuff. Lots of action.
Yep.
Thank you. And we'll be right back after this.
Got some new info here on this wreck at Highway 90 in Zarzamora in the eastbound lanes. You can see there right behind the number 90, there is a tow truck on the scene. We're told this was all because of a wreck that at this point happened 3 hours ago. So the traffic here in the eastbound lanes has been shut down that long, but at least it looks like it is in the clearing stages, but certainly a big mess of traffic to deal with.
Yeah, especially on the opposite direction as well. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you here at 6, the event.